Yo, 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 what's going on? It's your girl Red.
It's your girl Fantasia.
And welcome to REDFANTV.
This video isn't only for us to discuss, you know, what our lives was like, but also for you guys to learn from it. Like, I know there's probably a lot of people that deal with these things in a daily basis with regards to relationships and meeting people and kind of being in the middle. So we kind of want to be a bit of a help, maybe?
So by us sharing our experience with you guys, we hope that it will be helpful for you in your relationship and
any situationship.
It's right, and help you feel that you're not the only one that goes through this stuff, because you know relationships are very hard.
When Red and I met, you know, she was going through the process of a divorce, so she wasn't technically divorced yet.
I was still married at the time.
And so tell me about that.
Yeah, so I was married for 7 years, and like I said, at the point that I met Fantasia, I've been separated for 7 months. It was really hard for me because I'm in New York. I don't really have any family out here, so I kind of had to like start my whole life over. Like, I had nowhere to live. I wasn't making a ton of money, so I was pretty much starting my life completely over from like the ground up. I had lost a whole lot of weight. I went from like 208 pounds, dropped all the way down to 158 within a matter of months. I think it was a combination of stress and no money. I didn't have money to eat. So yeah, it was a difficult time, man. It was difficult. Divorce was not fun.
Yeah, I mean, I was there for it. I mean, I guess for the last bits of it, but you know, a lot of you might say like, how the experience was for me, dealing with someone that was going through a divorce, especially the roller coaster with regards to like, you know, how did it clash between us? It didn't, but we had conversations.
It did and it didn't.
Exactly. Like, you know, I was there as a support. Me and Red were like friends. Like, when we met, we were just chilling. We were friends at the beginning. Yeah, because remember when we met on Instagram, it wasn't like we were going into it trying to like hook up, because honestly I had a lot of bad like hookup situations before I met her, because again, as you're coming out of a 7-year relationship, you meet people and it's like you hook up with them or you try to get to know them, and yo, it just wasn't working for me. And I'm gonna be really frank and honest, like in these videos, you know, a lot of people, even the show we were watching, it's all about like the physical attraction right away, and a lot of times people forget to get to know each other. And for me, I felt like so many people were just coming at me on a physical level, and I had gotten tired of that. And I was like, but you don't even know anything about me. You don't know my favorite color. You don't know why I like Michael Jackson. You don't ask me no questions. You're just like, yo, I don't got time for that. So when I met her, what did I tell you that time on the phone? When we was first like chatting on the phone, I said, yo, I just want somebody to like me for me. Like, I want to be liked. Forget loved or touched. I just want to be liked. I mean, I liked her as a person. I mean, I can say that. I mean, we weren't trying to be anything. And by the way, the show that she's talking about is Are You the One? You guys need to watch it. So it's really good. But because there was nothing in the middle of us like, oh my God, I really like you, I'm attracted to you, I want to do this to you, I want to date you, I was able to deal with those things. I was able to be a support for her when it came to her divorce. I was there hugging her, you know, just being a moral support for her and just cheering her on with everything that she was dealing with. And I was telling her my situation that I was dealing with, which was the situationship. And I was, you know, she was hurt, I was hurt, you know, we were just a really good comfort.
It was right, it was a comforting thing, because I saw what she was going through as well. And you know, and it's difficult when you see somebody going through something and it's like you have an outside view on the situation, because I had my view on what she was going through, but I didn't feel like it was my place to like make it negative. And be honest with me, babe, like I feel like I tried to support you through that.
You did.
I would say, yo, you know, give this person a chance, and maybe she don't mean it like that, or you know, whatever. Because what I really wanted to say was, yo, fuck her. Like,
man, this is a really touchy subject. Like, I think everything that we deal with when it comes to the divorce and just this, it's not that we care about it anymore,
right? But
it's just like, when I think about it, it's just like, damn, man, like I really got played. Like, it's really, it just hurts.
So yo, it's so much with it, man.
I'm just saying it now because I kind of am getting like the teary eye. But when you're a genuine person and you're doing the right thing for people, it hurts when someone does something fucked up to you. So it's just like, you know, it just talking about this is really just, it's just really touchy.
You know, for me, I think I can't even say that when I met her I was over what had happened to me with my my divorce situation. But she's absolutely right. When you put trust in a person and you're backstabbed or betrayed, or you even find out that just they lied to you, yo, that's really tough, man. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about how to work in a relationship, because you can't lie. You cannot lie to the person you're with. Like, if you're gonna lie to them, don't be with them. Don't be with them. Yeah. And I think we both experienced that. Although at the time,
I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't want to get upset. She didn't know she was being lied to. Me as her friend at the time, I was looking at it like,
there's something funny going on.
I was like, there's some funny Vinny business going on here, but I'm gonna support you though. I'm gonna support this situation because this is what you want to do. Up until I started to catch feelings.
So let's talk about that. When did you start catching feelings for me? Because the one who started catching feelings for me was her first.
Yeah, I started catching feelings first. I would say, so we met in late December. We hung out during the month of January. By ending of January, I liked her. Yeah. I mean, I know it's like a month, right? But it was a month of talking every day. We talked every day, all day. We saw each other 4 days a week. I think, like, jokingly, like, when I first met her, I said, yo, let me take you on a date. And she was like, oh, I don't date. I hang out. Like, she was trying to be all whatever. So, no, our first date was Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so, I mean, a lot of stuff was going on with me during that time frame. I didn't even got called to say, hey, happy Valentine's Day. Like, hey, you know, I miss you. Nothing, nada. Era como que si I didn't exist. I was non-existent.
Yo, check this out, first of all. This is when I started to get spicy, right, about her situation, because I was annoyed by it, because it was Valentine's Day, and Shorty asked her for her address, right, to send her a Valentine's present or something, or was that a birthday present? I think I might be confused. Whatever the fuck was, homegirl didn't even have her address, but I was like, but y'all in a long distance relationship, how she don't got your address? She don't send you flowers? She don't send you nothing? So when Valentine's Day came, yo, we had a nice, perfect night on Valentine's Day.
We did. We got dressed up. She came with a suit on.
3-piece suit at that.
Yeah, she looked really good. And I mean, again, we were still friends, but she was like, hey, I want to take you off for Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. Why not? Like, I don't want you home. And I was like,
and I never had a Valentine. How I was married and never had a Valentine?
Girl, I'll buy you flowers. I'll do everything for you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm talking about. So we had, we went out for Valentine's Day, bought her flowers, a present, you know.
She bought me a Pandora bracelet. She got me a lot of things, a lot of my favorite candies. It was great. We went to Tao.
She paid for dinner. I was like, oh, and that was an expensive dinner. It was like over $100.
It was really good. I had fun. And then we went out for dessert, which you obviously treated me.
Yes.
It was just a really good time. I really liked that. But it was, you know, at that time, she was already invested. I was already like going through my stuff. So basically, obviously I live in New York and this person lives in Florida. Yeah, we were dealing with each other. I went over there and, you know, she had gotten off her engagement or some crap like that. So I thought she wasn't over her ex. We were just friends at the beginning, and then, you know, we went out, hanged out, and then we talked every day on the phone. And again, this is long distance. She came like once or twice. We hung out. Then I went to Florida for my birthday, and I stood there for a week, and that was like the first time that we kind of hung out, did things together, you know, just kind of spent time together. Mind you, keep in mind please that we didn't hang out like that much ever. Like,
let me just add in, because I want to like bounce between the two of us. Long distance relationships, because I've had them as well, they funny, and I used to, as your friend, I used to tell you, it's cool to be in a long distance relationship, but you don't really know a person until you're around them 24/7, because like you were about to say, you're meeting this person and you have little time to spend with them. You want to put on your best face always. You want to put on like your most like perfect version of yourself. Like when you first meet somebody, you have a mask on, like, you know, a fictitious one.
Yeah.
Or metaphorical, I should say. You know, where you want the person to like you.
Yeah.
You don't really see that mask slip for a long time in a regular relationship.
Exactly.
Like for us on an everyday. So imagine how long it takes in a long distance relationship.
Yeah, it really took a while. My personality isn't like that. I'm not very open with people.
Very conservative.
Even if that's like,
even if you guys don't think so, she's very, very like reserved.
I'm very, very reserved. Like, you know, I'm nasty and shit, you know, whatever.
That take a long time to come out though.
Yeah, like, but I'm very reserved. I think I'm a sweetheart, but I'm also a DICK. Like, I'm a bitch. And
you be spelling that every time, you know that, right?
I know, I do. It's a habit now. Do you think I'm a bitch sometimes? I could be.
Do I think? I know.
Yeah. But, you know, I try to give this person a benefit of the doubt. You know, you don't just go ahead and not believe someone. So, you know, when I went out there, it was cool, but I wasn't gonna rip my shell off and say, hey, like, you know, what you want to do? Like, hey, I'm here. I'm not gonna be this extra person because I don't know you like that yet. So point blank was that all her friends came by. We didn't really have time, alone time. So come on, that's really sketchy. You know, she would go out and be using her phone. So I would get tight, and I didn't question her about it because it was just like, who is you fucking texting?
It's crazy she didn't question her about that.
I didn't.
Just before we started this video, man, my phone was on the couch and it said bzz, bzz. She was like,
I did, but it's like, again, remember, when you're trying to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, right? You try. So I did. And so, you know, this person kept going outside and, you know, on their phone and looking at their stuff. And I was like, yo, you know, what the fuck is going on? And I was like, you know what, I'm probably not even gonna give it 100 because it seems like you still doing your thing. So to me, in my head, it was just like, oh, this person is texting her ex or doing something. We went out, blah, 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 couple times to the bars and shit with her friends, and that was it. Then I stood there for my week, and then she paid like another week for me to stay there because she didn't want me to go. And she's like, oh, maybe we should get to know each other a little bit more because you kind of been weird. I was weird. Me, Joe. I don't think so. That was that. And then I came back and she was like, oh, I don't think that this is gonna work anymore. And mind you, she had asked me to be her girlfriend in Florida. So we were basically dating already, in a relationship at that time for like a couple of days or whatever. When I came back, oh no, you know, I can't be with you, like, you know, you were acting really weird. And I was like, what? You was acting really weird? Like, you know, when you keep going back and forth with somebody. And I was just like, all right, whatever. Like, I was obviously trying to be there, but it didn't happen. And so hurricane happened, some hurricane, I forgot what hurricane happened in Florida. You know, that person was like, oh, I'm gonna come out here with my friend and I'm gonna live with her and blah, 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 blah.
Oh, that's what she was talking about, coming to live with the chick in PA?
No, it was in
Maryland. Maryland, sorry.
She said
I don't know why I confused PA with Maryland.
I have no idea. But yeah, she was like, oh, I'm gonna come and move in with my friend in Maryland. You know, I'll be closer to you, blah, 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 blah. And I'll be here for some time. So I was like, okay, cool, that's great. You know, I'm thinking like, oh, maybe we'll be able to really get to know each other more. She'll be coming down here, you know, whatever.
Exactly.
She never came.
Keep it
but then, should I say?
Huh?
Should I say the
The who? I can't hear. Oh,
nah, I shouldn't mention that.
Let's put it like this. I think what you could say is, so let's fast forward. We're gonna fast forward. That's the history, right? So at the time, this chick, whatever, the chick she told him about, she was going through some personal issues. We'll just say that. She was going through a personal situation that required a lot of support at the time. And
I was there.
This was her support. Oh, wait, excuse me, wait. Focus on my finger. Wait, can you see it? Can you see it? Wait, this was what we thought was her support. What she was saying was her support. It wasn't her only support, though.
It wasn't.
But we didn't find this out until like last year sometime.
I think it was.
Was it this year?
I think it was.
I remember it was like early this year.
It was early this year. That person hit me up and they were like,
no.
Actually, no,
you can't say that person. We're jumping ahead of ourselves. Let's bring it back. So, anyways, shorty, whatever chick was going through personal situation, and this was her support, whatever. So I would see them on the phone a lot of times. Like, we would be here in my house hanging out, and she would have to step away to take a phone call. And every time she stepped into the bathroom, I knew that it was this girl calling her. And she would usually
every day though. Like,
yeah.
When this whole situation happened, she was calling me every day, you know, to check up on me, and I was checking up on her, and I was obviously concerned.
And the thing about it was, Fantasia wanted to go over there to see this girl.
Obviously, of course.
And the girl was like, no, you don't have to, no.
Shut the fuck up.
And no. So to me, as her friend, I was like,
but why?
But why wouldn't she want you to drive? Like, if you saying you're gonna drive down there like 4 hours or whatever it is to see her, why is she saying no? That was red flag number one for me. Red flag number one. Because like I said, or like she said, she was living with her friend. So keep fast forwarding. So our relationship then went from like friends to like, friends. And it got more complicated because I really started to catch feelings. Once you cross a physical line with somebody, it starts to get a little messy.
Yeah.
I don't know at what point she told this other girl that she was seeing somebody or whatever. Fantasia was really trying to be with this girl. Like, no matter what this girl was or wasn't doing. She was feeding her empty promises, but Fantasia still kept trying to be with her. And I was basically like trying to be with her. And it was just like,
no.
It was, yeah, it was a messed up situation. So me and her started to kind of have tension where it was just like, it was a lot of crying on my part.
It was really hard. It was a really confusing time for me.
Sometime around ending of March, April, Fantasia made the decision that she wanted to pursue that. And she told me that that was it for us. Like, we were going to just be friends and we were going to stop seeing each other in that way. For me, I was like, well, I can't just be friends with you, so I need to not see you at all. And then you do you and I'm going to do me. And that's basically what happened for a couple of months.
And it went the fuck down. Yeah, something. There's one thing with you meeting someone and you having feeling for someone else as her having feelings for me and then posting the bitch on your stories. So don't do that. Don't do that. And she was doing it because she wanted to be spiteful or make me jealous or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but hold up, because the thing is, she was over here like, I don't want to be with you. I want to be with this one over here. And especially like, I felt like the chick wasn't even doing her job. Like, she wasn't treating her the way she was supposed to be treating her. Like, you're in a long distance relationship, you got to go out your way, you got to make her feel secure.
Absolutely.
Number one, she wasn't making her feel secure. She wasn't doing nothing for her. She wasn't sending her no money. She wasn't, at least that I know, she wasn't doing nothing except feeding her false promises. And so I was mad about it. So yeah, I wanted her to be jealous because I wanted her to see, oh, you don't want me, okay, well, somebody else do. And if you don't get your shit together, then you're gonna lose me. Because I felt like I was worth fighting for too, and that's how I felt about it. I was mad.
She met somebody. Then
you see her face?
She met somebody and I obviously went the fuck off.
So then chick came out here to visit because here was the thing. She told her that she had met somebody, but chick was coming out here to kind of like be like, what? We need to see where we're at.
Yeah.
I need to actually come see you. This is after fucking 6 months that she been asking to see you. Mind you, I was checking out homegirl Snapchat. She had already been in New York prior. She was down here to see a Knicks game.
Mad times.
And never came to see her. Then, yo, listen, I like to investigate things. I went on Shorty's Facebook and I saw like this relationship that she was having with her quote unquote roommate. Cause obviously I don't want to sound stalkerish, but like, you're curious if there's a person standing in between you and the person you want to be with. I want to know what my competition was. I wanted to know what I was up against. So,
but I didn't think that there was a competition. I didn't think that there was another person there. I really thought it was a friend, and that was my mistake. I trusted her.
Shorty came out here. I don't know what happened between them when she came out here.
We hung out, you know, we talked. I told her about her. I told her if she was still messing with her ex, and she said that she went over there to her house and that, you know, they talked or whatever, quote unquote. I didn't believe shit at this point, obviously. Well, now I mean. Mind you, at that time when she came, she didn't come by herself. She came with her guy friend.
Sus.
And I was always like, well, why you have to bring your friend? Like, you got an Airbnb, but you weren't able to like come by yourself, because like obviously we should have alone time. That wasn't the case, but I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna question it. Maybe she didn't want to drive out here by herself. It's a long ride, so you know, whatever. So I didn't question. I was like, whatever, you know, just thinking positive thoughts, you know, that's what you should do.
Now my thing was, when I found out that because I didn't even have to find out, I was looking on Snapchat, because again, now I wasn't looking for my Snap, you know what I'm saying? I had my homegirl from work, you know, look at this, not this chick, that chick's Snapchat, and they went out to a club or whatever, but I didn't see Fantasia in none of the snaps. I said, oh, I already know what this is, man. She told whoever she's messing with that she was coming up to New York for the weekend with her people, and so Fantasia was purposely kept out of the snaps, so that, because she knew whoever she's dating is going to see her snap. She can't obviously be hugged up with Fantasia on,
or seen with me,
or seen, right? Because I'm sure. Well, yeah, because we found out later that Shorty knew who you were. Yeah. That's what it was, because the girl that she was messing with knew about her, and
she said that I was obsessed with her. Can we just let's just
come on,
let's just continue this subject here.
People need to stop lying.
Fact. Stop lying. So, you know, during that time about that you're talking about, the club scene, you know, when we left, she was like outside talking to somebody, like screaming and saying like, you know, blah 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 blah. I don't really know, but I kind of looked back and I was like, yo, who the fuck is she talking to? Again, she was outside like for 6-7 minutes. I didn't question it. Como una boba, like a stupid bitch. I didn't question it. I was like, no, maybe she was supposed to do something with her friends, or maybe, you know, her mom. I don't know. But I guess I was really blind. I was really like trying my best to. You guys got to see a side of me and what I was dealing with before, and a little bit of Red's side, but you will get a little bit more and hear about it a little bit more on episode 4. So keep on watching to see what happened, and if you're going through the same situation, or if you've been divorced, please let us know what happened, how are you feeling, what have been your obstacles, challenges, and let me know if you've been in my type of situation and how have you been able to overcome it and how you're feeling now. We will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching Red Fan TV.
See you next time.
Peace.